Binding of Isaac, Rule 34. I mean, that's, it's not what it looks like. Okay, it is, but it's not. Hello, YouTube. I love The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth, and there are a lot of items in The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. According to the wiki, 436 to be exact. So that means there's a lot of good items, and there's a lot of bad items. So this is my top 5 personal list of the worst items in The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Please note, this is my personal list, so your lists may vary wildly. Also, I wanted to make it so that there was only one item per transformation. So there'd only be only one Bob item, only one fungi item, etc., etc. Anyways, let's have some fun and see what is the top 5 worst items in The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. Starting off at number 5, we have Breath of Life. This is without a doubt the worst angel item you can get. When you walk into the angel deal, you hope and pray for one of the all-powerful, elusive items. Sacred Heart, Godhead, or etc., etc. However, when you walk in and see what can barely be described as a hunk of rags, you realize you should have just wished for soul hearts. At least soul hearts give you a bit of utility. They're armor. Now don't get me wrong, Breath of Life can be considered a much worse Gnawed Leaf. You need to hold the button down to gain the invincibility. But it's only 6 seconds. Not to mention it's very hard to time, and I can't even enter curse rooms for free with it. I couldn't even block any shots or contact damage with it, the timing was all weird. I'd rather have gotten something semi-useful, like Godhead. Next up at number 4 we have Curse of the Tower. Let's say you're a new player and you see this interesting looking item sitting on an item pedestal. As visions of OP combos and synergies flow through your mind, you pick it up. Curse of the Tower. Can't be too bad, right? You walk off to the next room and get hit, and boom, all of a sudden, 6 troll bombs spawn out of nowhere. Where did they come from? Now you're running around trying to avoid the bombs and all the champion enemies chasing you, eventually walking into a bomb and dying. Whenever you take damage, you spawn 6 troll bombs. That's what Curse of the Tower does. Any damage. You see a devil beggar and want to use it? Boom! You see a blood bank? Boom! You spawn troll bombs. This was a terrible idea. The only reason to be useful is this exact fringe situation, or if you had sad bombs or pyromaniac. Maybe scatter bombs too, but they'd still fly off and hurt you. I hate Anarchist Cookbook. Why would I want to become a ticking Anarchist Cookbook time bomb? Ugh, pun intended. I promised to only put one item from each transformation, and it was a heavy toss-up between Bob's Brain and Bob's Rotten Head. In the end, Bob's Brain won number 3. What seemed to be a universally hated item, I have nothing good to say about it. At least most other items have some type of fringe use you can use in certain situations, but unless you have Pyromaniac, you will die from Bob's Brain, no questions about it. At some point, you will get ballsy and try to close in on an enemy, not thinking you have a giant, floating explosion of unhappiness and betrayal right behind you. Then you will die. You will die and taste sorrow. I've lost a lot of runs to Bob's Brain, and I don't pick it up on principle anymore. I will not lose another damn lost run to Bob's Brain, no matter how zany I think it might be. Coming in at number 2 is the Butterbean. I haven't taken it in so long I actually had to look it up to see what it did. Then I remembered why I hated this red-headed stepchild of the bean. Not only does this not poison enemies like the bean, but until Afterbirth, its literal only function was to push enemies back. And the knockback isn't even that good. When Afterbirth dropped, it could repel enemy shots, but if I didn't take Breath of Life, there's no way in hell I'd take Butterbean. With the exception of some sweet MOG trick shots with the Butterbean, I have no interest in reflecting bullets. It doesn't even reflect them back, it just bounces back enemy shots from whatever direction physics feels like taking them. Not only is it useless, but it's ugly. I feel wrong just using it. Afterbirth loves lasers. Brimstone, Tech 1, 0.5, 2, X, Brimstone, but I don't think anyone has ever really loved Shoop da Whoop. You see it and realize it's another item based off one of the many memes Afterbirth loves. You're a fire in your laser. Cool, I have a 2-room laser. That can really help. Unfortunately, it doesn't. It doesn't help. If I remember even early on playing Wrath of the Lamb, I used it for like 2 runs, realized how incredibly bad it was. Supposedly Afterbirth buffed it to do 4 times Isaac's tier damage. Sounds good in principle until you aren't fighting a multi-segmented enemy. Then you realize you took off roughly the amount of health the tick does, and you realize you probably should have just carried around magic fingers. Look, it doesn't even kill Pin in one hit. Not only that, but you usually get it for defeating Envy or Super Envy. So you need to fight the trolliest of fights in the game. And how are you rewarded for it? Edmund firing his laser straight through your soul with what can only be described as an utter disappointment. Okay guys, so if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you want to see some more, all that good stuff. Recommend me some more lists. Doesn't have to just be Afterbirth, could be roguelites, could be gaming in general. But anyways, also if you want to see a little bit of the outtakes, stick around for after this little part, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Afterbirth loves life, my frickin' god, why do I do this to myself? Then you will die. You will die and taste sorrow. I've lost a lot of fuck, I can't get it. It doesn't even kill Pin in one hit. Not only does... why can't I get this damn thing right? Coming in at number 2 is Butterbean. I haven't taken it in so long, I actually had to look up what it did. Then I remembered why I hate the redheaded stepchild of the bean. That sounds like stupid. Then I remembered why I hated this redheaded chip. Coming in at number 2 is why do I keep doing this to myself? No, oh god, not again. Another item was based off that why? Why does this happen to me? Why can't I just get this?